Before we continue, let me show you what's happening in this video. We have this page where we can read fields of a table with Ckeditor, and we have this one other page to create fields with the Ckeditor toolbar. So this could be another field. There are some options. You can make it bold, italic, etc. Upload images, resize them, align them. That's what we will be checking in the video. Let's go.
Django Ckeditor, JavaScript, tutorials for Jamie, this is Silver.
What the fuck, HTML?
There's only C.
I'm going to assume that you have a basic Django project ready to code, and let me open mine. So I have a project named My Site. It has an app polls, and it has not much more inside. It has an index view, but I'm not even gonna use it. So I will be following a post in my blog, hello world, then scroll down a little bit and you have a bundle of posts named Django Ckeditor. Just going to open that one, and yeah, gonna go through this. First thing about Ckeditor for Django, you have two different versions. Okay, don't confuse them. This is the most recent version, and it's using Ckeditor 5. Now there's one other version without any number on it that uses Ckeditor 4. I think it's discontinued, and I think it has some security issues, so you probably want to use the most recent one. Okay, there's a link for the documentation if you ever need. It has a lot more things about the Ckeditor for Django. I'm gonna close it for now. I'm just gonna follow this post. And yeah, let's start by adding Django Ckeditor 5 to the installed apps. So probably, yeah, let me split the screen and go to my site, settings.py. Okay, installed apps. You have to add this one, Django Ckeditor 5. Now, scrolling down a little bit, if you don't have media URL, you're gonna have to add that to your settings, because it will be necessary, well, in case you want to upload images. And in this example, I'm using the image uploading plugin. But yeah, it's a matter of adding this line. Now after that, I'm going to add this code in here, and these two variables, well, one of them it's related to the image uploading again, and I'm basically saying that the only file types that I accept are these three. Now you can add more, remove some of them, it's up to you. And then in here, it's where you add or remove the plugins related to the Ckeditor toolbar. So, for instance, I was mentioning the image uploading, and it's defined in here. So insert image. If you didn't want to use that, you could simply remove. And in here, there's more things associated to the image. Now, that's the idea. You can remove if you don't need some of this, or there are more that you can add. Okay, if you look up in the internet, there are a lot more configurations that you can add in here. Now for this case, we have the most simple things, I guess, like bold, italic, block quotes. Yeah, the table, maybe it's not so common, but I decided to leave it there. Okay, that's it for the settings.py. I'm going to save it and continuing following the post. Let's create a model named article in the polls app. So I'm just going to copy paste this. And yeah, there's this field in article named Ckeditor5 field that it's going to associate the Ckeditor toolbar to this field. It's that simple. You can remove this string text if you want. It's just going to change the name of the field in the admin dashboard to text if you leave it. But yeah, basic thing about all of this, this is how you associate the Ckeditor 5 toolbar to a field in Django, okay? Again, I'm going to save that. Let's go to admin and register that table in here. So now we can access through the admin dashboard. Let's configure the URLs. So mines are already in here. So I'm just going to add this line. Yeah, basically you need to add the path for Ckeditor like that. It's that simple. You will need at least to have the static URL configured and the media URL configured as well, or else the images won't show, okay? Now, to finish this part, it's just a matter of installing Ckeditor and making the migrations. Now, I personally already have installed the module. So let me just see what version I am using. Here it is. So 0.2.17. I don't think it really matters if you have a more recent one. And yes, you can see I still have the older version for Ckeditor. But yeah, now if you don't have install it, I am simply going to do the migrations so we get the article model and going to run this again and take a look at it at the admin. Login, articles, add article, and there you go. Now we can add a article with some styles. Let's say this is some new article with different styles. In here, there is some more text. And let's try to add an image, for instance, be that. Okay. Now, this is not the most intuitive thing, I tell you, but after a while, you get used to it. After a while, you get used to it. All right, let me make that bold, underline, italic, well, the usual things that you would expect. Save. It seems to be working. Now, for the next part, let's bring this to a custom template. So that's the point of these things as well. frequently you will need this in a custom template and not in the admin of Django. So for that part, I'm changing the post to part 2, and let's create some views. One for creating articles and the other to read the articles. So in polls, views, I'm simply going to remove this index view because I'm not going to use it. And save this, create the correspondent URLs, just like that. And I don't know if you used before create views and list views, but if you don't want to define the template names that will be served, you can simply use the default names. And in this case, 1 second, let me remove that index HTML file and you can create the default name. So for this create article view, it's going to be the name of the model plus underscore form.html. So article underscore form.html. Now, alternatively, you could define some specific name, but we are keeping it simple. And I'm just going to copy paste the code to the HTML file. Now, what is important in here? This is a bootstrap link for the styles, and there is also a CDN link to Ckeditor. Okay, this is all we are getting the form, and I think the most unusual thing would be this form media. I think if you remove, it's not gonna work. You can test that later. For now, I'm simply going to save it. Okay, continuing. So this is the form or the template for the create view. Now we want one other template for the listing view to check or to display the articles. Again, when you have a list view, you can have the same approach on the file. So article underscore list, and it's going to serve this template automatically for a list view. So it's the name of the model and underscore list.html. I'm going to copy it, the code, and simply paste it into this file. Now, important things. If you don't use this class, the image resize won't work. Here we have a for loop to list all the articles. So they are coming from here, from the list view. And you need to mark it safe, or I don't know how to describe this. You need to use the safe tag. If you don't, it will print the HTML, the raw HTML. And then there's a link to the create article page. From the head, it's the same thing as the previous file. Link to Bootstrap and link to the Ckeditor CDN. And that's about it. I'm going to save it. Let me go to localhost/create. From here, we can create a new article from a custom template. So that was the point. So this is one other article. We can write with different styles. I'm out of creativity right now, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Yes, this is Ckeditor for Django. Then add whatever styles you need. You can continue to add images. They have some uh, pop-ups, and this pop-up is from here, so it's coming from here. And yeah, there's a lot more things that you can add. Again, it takes some time to get used to the editor, but it's a quite good editor from my experience. Okay, we can give it an adding, not to this one. Oh, yeah, you see, it takes some time to get used to it, but it's not that bad. Going to submit, and there you go. Is the one that we created earlier in the admin, and now you can create them from here. This is about it. Let me know if there's something else that I was missing that you wanted to say. And yeah, I hope you like it.